Yo, it's your boy Slug in the Bin. You guys already know what the deal is. Alright, you guys are looking at Pride, the best memory for free to play, and it's the greatest of all time. And I'll explain why. We got the effect right here on the screen. You could probably just read it and probably get a little bit confused what's going on. There is some stuff. It's really well explained, but hey, I got a showcase and a guide video how this thing is really meant to do, because you could definitely stack this. All right, now let's just start it off, right? When command skill or ultimate skill is activated, increase own Jujutsu damage by 55% for 2 turns, and it's a 5-turn cooldown. Okay, it's very, I'm not going to explain it here. I'd rather show you guys how it's really work and explain it throughout the process, right? But of course, when you get limit break 3, it's going to increase by 5%, so 55 to 60 2 times, and a 5-turn cooldown. And here you go when you get a limit break 1. At the start of the turn, your own HP is 50% or below. Increase own Jujutsu damage by 30% 3 times up to 1 time during battle. So yeah, this is just straight damage, man. Of course, there's gonna be a lot of units that gonna be using this. A lot of Jujutsu users will have. I'll have the guide. I'll show you guys explain it real soon. And of course, stay tuned for the recommended unit for this one. But let's just go in, because I could talk about this for like hours and hours, right? And to make you explain it, but I'd rather just show you guys on this showcase video how this thing really work. So I'll see you guys there. All right, we are here, and as you guys see, I do have the Pride memory on Satoru Gojo. He's definitely one of the better one to use it, but of course, this is a free to play one. I'll show you guys where to get this one too, so that's why it's +5. When you're starting out the game, this is the one you want to get, and like, do not sell this thing. This thing is one of the best one, and I'll show you later on a video where to get this stuff. And use definitely one of the best free to play memory, and the best one starting off in the game. You will get this thing really early on, but I will show you where to get it, and it's pretty tough to get it, but throughout time you'll get it. But let me explain why this card is one of the goats inside the game for free to play, and you guys should definitely max this thing out and don't try to sell it just because you want some extra tickets and stuff. But yeah, keep in mind, there might be a little confusion here, but I will try and explain it as best as can. So as you guys notice, I did say you could stack this thing, but you can, but there's certain ways that it won't work, right? Because you're probably playing the card, and you're wondering why it doesn't stack. So just try to see if you can pay attention and understand it, right? I'll try my best to make you guys understand this card, right? So we got Gojo, right? When you're playing this card, you only want to use this card on Jujutsu users, so magical user like Gojo, Nobara, and so on, right? So you don't ever want to use this on Taijutsu user. So that's one, right? But first thing first, you always want to use it on the first turn. Like, no matter what you're doing, it doesn't matter if you're buffing, it doesn't matter if you're doing something, you want to use this on the first turn. But this card do work way better with someone that could buff, right? That have a self buff like Gojo and Nobara. Nobara also got a self buff too. So, but here's the thing, right? When you use this, right? If you're you somewhat want units to have taijutsu even they don't have a buff, because so when they say it lasts for 8 turns 2 times, right? So the 2 times pretty much mean this the 60% jujutsu damage lasts for 8 turns, so it lasts for a long time. It lasts for a long time for a reason. So when you use a like Jujutsu attack, you only could use it 2 times for that 60%, but you can stack it because this thing is reusable for 5 turns. So I don't know, it is kind of tricky what I'm saying, but just show it right here, right? So I'll be buffing, right? So that's why Gojo is probably one of the better user, and Nobara, and plus they're Jujutsu users, right? So you're buffing. So we're going to buff in the first turn, and you can see we do have it right here, right? 60%, right? So this lasts for 7 turns. This buff lasts for 7 turns, but it say 2 times, right? So what it's saying is like, let's say if I keep on buffing, right? I'm buffing here. I'm just showing you an example here while we're waiting for the second buff that we get. So that's another turn that's wasted, right? You could see it's counting down. Now it's 6 turn, right? And it still showed the 2 times. So that 2 times is showing there to show you like, okay, you still got 2 times to use a Jujutsu ability, right? So now let me use a Jujutsu build. That's why one thing Gojo is good. He actually have a Taijutsu ability and he got a Jujutsu ability. So let me use this Jujutsu one, right? Now you're gonna see it's gonna go down now. Instead of now we got 2 tries, you got 1 left. All right, let's go check this out. Right there, we got 1 more left and it's dropping down, right? But that's the thing, you don't want to do this with Gojo, but I'm just showing you examples so you guys could understand it a little bit more, right? So I'm gonna do this one, right? So now I'm gonna use a Taijutsu attack, right? So now it's gonna stay at 1 because it only start counting down when you use a Jujutsu ability. So that's why Gojo is so amazing, because he got a Taijutsu ability and a Jujutsu ability. But either way, you won't be doing what I'm doing anyways, because you'll just be buffing with Gojo. But I'm just showing you an example. I hope that you understand it more. See, I still got that 1-time use for Jujutsu, and I still got 4 turns left. And we're going to get this second buff on the next turn. So of course we're just going to buff here, right? That's normally what you want to do when you're using this card. Now we're going to use this pride card again, right? How many turns we got left? So we have 3 turns left, and we got and we still could use 1 more Jujutsu on this one. So this is separate. So now that I'm using this again, I'm gonna go buff, right? Now you're gonna see the double. Now this is where you get the double stack. 60%, 60%, 120%. This is why this is one of the best free to play cards in there. 60 right here. This is the one that we used in the beginning with 2 turns. It have 1 attack of Jujutsu, while this one is a brand new one straight off the gate. We still have 7 turns on this one, and we got 2 attack of Jujutsu in here. And of course, Gojo leaves in 7 turns, so this is a really good card for it anyways. But now that we got the double stack, so do you guys kind of understand it too? So you just pretty much just want to buff or use this on a buffer and a Jujutsu user. So now we're going to get 120% for anything we do. So if you want to use 100% on the single attack, but most likely you want to nuke with Gojo, because you know Gojo's gonna be leaving. He's gonna go bye-bye this turn, so let's just nuke them out. So now we're gonna get 120% increase right here. I hope that kind of help a little bit. I know it's a really tough to understand, but you could just go back, rewatch the video, and see what I was doing. Just know that the 2 times mean you could use 2 Jujutsu ability off that percentage, but if you're stacking them, then you could use it more, right? So there you guys have it, one of the best free to play memory that we could get, and I will show you guys right here where you guys could get it. Early on in the game, I forgot what chapter you have to, but you have to play the story chapter to unlock it. I think it was like chapter 812, I believe, but you'll be getting it in here, right? So let me go back. You'll clear the chapters, the story chapter, and while you're playing the global, like I said, I believe it's like chapter 8 or chapter 9. After you complete that, then you'll unlock these stages. And when you unlock these stages, you'll right here, and this is where you get the pride memory. Is one of the better one. So you get it right here. You get 2 right here. Of course, you gotta reach the requirement. I believe the requirement's like less than 2 deaths and a certain amount of turn. I think that's what you have to beat in within 8 turns, somewhat, right? So you get 2 over there, you get 2 right here too. Just reach the requirement. In the global launch, it will be more clear for you to what's the requirement to grab it. So, and of course you get 2 more here on the last one, right? So that's 6 in total. 1 cop, you get 1 natural dupe, then LB5, right? You limit break this thing max out. So one of the best free to play ones. So I suggest you guys grab this one. Don't sell it. What I mean by that, you could go in here. Let's say you got a memory. Some people don't want to use these memory and they decide to sell memories. Just don't sell that one. That one's the better one. If you want to sell the other ones, I'll probably make a guide on which one you should keep and which one you shouldn't. But Pride, still today one of the best one. Really fun if you know how to use it. So just don't misuse it because it is hit. It's one of the hardest hitter out there for Jujutsu users and great units for there. So now we're gonna go for the recommendation. All right, I'll see you guys there. All right, we are here. So, yes, I do. This is gonna be a smaller recommend character list. I only have two on this one because there's not much units that we got in the global launch. But of course, in the future, this card will work with a lot more people. But I only got two that I really like. The other ones, they're just a little bit more confusing to use it with. But these are the two you guys already know straight out the gate. Number one, Satoru Gojo is the best one for this memory, right? Because Gojo got a buff where he could avoid using Jujutsu damage early on, so he doesn't lose that double stack buff. As you guys could see, it does 120% using two Jujutsu ability. Amazing unit right there. Of course, Gojo could just work with anything that Jujutsu, and this is the better one. And of course, finally, and the second last one, I probably mentioned this already, is gonna be Nabara. Nabara's very good. She got a skill 2 that actually buff herself too. So same thing goes with Gojo. They're buffing, so they're avoiding using Jujutsu damage early on into the game. So you could get that double buff and hit with the Jujutsu damage. Really solid unit. It could work with many other units, but those are the two that I highly would recommend. And I feel like those are the only two easily hands down that be able to use these very well and without making too much mistake while you're using this memory. So there you guys have it. That's Pride, and this is one of the best free to play memory of all time. It is straight up golded if you know how to use it. But that's gonna be it for the video. I'll catch you guys later on the next one. And yeah, we're gonna have more, and we're waiting for that global launch. And you guys already know what the deal is. Like the video, subscribe to your boy. Let me know if maybe if I did something wrong in the video. Put it down in the comments. But I'm pretty sure I got it covered, and I'm pretty much I explained everything pretty well with this memory. And even showing you guys where to get it. Alright, but I'll catch you guys on the next one. It's your boy Lord Slug, and we out of here. One.